Good morning, guys. Sliding door moments and your agent missed it. The crucial moments as an agent that can make or break. Speak soon. Good morning, Mark.
Reporting for service. How are you?
Doing well, thanks. How are you?
Good, bud.
Rain, hail, or shine, always ready to report.
Yeah. This morning I'm having breakfast with Jade, our 17-year-old daughter. It's her 17th birthday today.
Wow.
And so we're just having a little bit of brekkie here. There's
Very
the brekkie.
nice.
There's the brekkie. There's
Very
Lisa. There's Jade. Yeah. But I've just said very quickly, I've just got to do morning minutes.
This sort of ties into the topic of today.
More than that.
This sort of ties in with our topic today as well.
It actually does. Does. You got to.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us.
So sliding door moments. So today, guys, we're going to be talking about those crucial moments as an agent. I think something that really makes or breaks an agent's career as well in terms of the nature of our job is it's defined by specific moments. There's the grinding multiple hours a day to making lots of calls and doing what you need to do. But then there's those specific moments, which generally is putting a deal together for a client, making sure that you're available for a vendor to sell the property, for a buyer to put it together, or even for a listing as well. And it's those crucial moments that I think you need to make sure that you're available, you're on point, ready to go, because those only couple of moments that take up only a very small percentage of time in your career is something that I think really drastically affects the outcome of everything that you do.
And I think that's the difference between great business people and the ordinary business people, the people that take that opportunity at that opportune time and just go for it. I think as a vendor, person selling their property, or as a buyer, the difficulty is actually locating that type of person. How do you know that they're actually that type of person? We're going to talk about that today. But there's definitely, how many deals can you think about, Michael, that were secured for vendors that we work for and secured for buyers that were proactive? When you look at those scenarios in any different way, it's just like huge opportunities gained from people being on point.
Correct. And most of the time it takes place in those strange hours. So the nature of our job, of course, we're in the office during the day, but even when we're in the office later in the evening or when we're not in the office, most people are working. Valentine's last night. Most people working 9 to 5, and for a case study, for example, last night as well, we end up exchanging a property for a client just before midnight. And the reason for that is most of the time people aren't available during the day. So for these particular buyers, they want available to look at the property again till 6:30 that evening. We take them through in the evening. The conversations take place well and truly later on into the night, and that's because that's when people have time. And for a vendor, as an agent, you don't want to be the one that steps in the way going, well, this buyer's super serious on a property. Why would you not be having these conversations? We could potentially put this deal together and push it back to the next day, the next week, where a lot of things can change.
They can change, and people just change their mind, and the deal's blowing up. So I think we are facilitators to make stuff happen. So when clients say, let's do it, jump, we jump. Last night was a great example because, it was sort of against all odds a little bit. Like there was, laptop left at home. This person's not at home. This person didn't get DocuSign. How do I get DocuSign on my laptop? I was trying to work that out because I haven't done it before. The team's always done it. So, but everyone's happy and it all works out. But it all starts with that. There was that distinct crossroad that you and I had at about 6:30 saying, or 7 o'clock, whatever, when offer was accepted. It was like, okay, we shelf this till tomorrow or we do this tonight. There was a decision made. believe it or
Correct.
not, even though we by default just go for the jugular and say, let's go, there's still a decision made. And I reckon probably about 90 to 95% of agents will say, well, we'll just do it tomorrow. It's Valentine's. And tomorrow could not happen, possibly. The buyer can change their mind. You may find the buyer changes their mind, and we're talking less money a month down the track or 2 weeks down the track. So, you've got to jump on it in that moment. That's the agent you've got to go for.
100%. I think it's those defining moments, like we said. It's that one crucial moment, and I guess we might think it's just normal as well, but that's what you need, because that's what truly will make the deal come together, and everything. People go, wow, that just seems so easy. It just all seemed to flow. But they don't see what goes on behind the scenes versus a transaction that I guess gets pushed to the wayside. And people go, wow, that was a really difficult one to sell as well. So I think it is those crucial moments that make it. And it's in all ethos of business as well. Like, for example, guys, in our business, if you inquire on a property as a buyer, you'll have a response within 10 minutes by one of our reps, which is absolutely great. It's the same sort of ideology behind it, where you're lying in bed, you're scrolling through on your tablet, going through inquiring on properties. Straight away, you're going to get an answer back whilst you're lying there. Oh, yeah, that is the strata rates for that property, or that is the price guide. And I think it's that convenience that people want, and it's what people need in all aspects.
Yep, and I think if you want to blow up a deal, just add time to it. I can guarantee it will.
People find ways to think of different things why it shouldn't have happened. They don't know why, but
Yep. If you want to blow up a deal, add a week or 2 or a month or whatever to anything, and you'll find it'll just fizzle. It just won't happen. So I think you've got to select the agent that you know is proactive. You've got to select the agent in the area that's. We have a motto, which is "We never sleep." That helps identify the agent. But the people that are certainly doing the volumes have that ethos, and that's what you want. Even with your rental agent, your rental agent can be really slow or a bit, and it's going to cost you money. It will cost your hip pocket, cost you money. It'll cost you emotions. It'll cost you time. So just make sure your agent's snappy.
Correct. And I think a lot of people can empathise out there that this is obviously specifically for real estate. Oh, very nice. But anyone out there in business has the same traits that are successful. Anyone that runs a good business in any industry,
they're doers.
They're doers. They have those very similar traits. They make it happen when it needs to happen. I think that's what people are drawn to.
Even when you deal with buyers, you deal with those buyers that, okay, let's go. You're the best. They're facilitators. I really do think you get more out of life, with that attitude, with that ethos. So for sure.
That's the thing. It's our job. And I know it definitely happens out there where a buyer inquires on one of our properties. We try to service them the best we can. Let's get you through. Let's make it happen. And that's our job to do it. That's what we paid to do. Versus, I can definitely see it happens out there. A buyer might inquire on a property, and the agent almost rolls their eyes and goes, "Oh, can you just come to the open? I don't really want to take you through." And it's almost like you're inconveniencing the agent by asking the questions. That's what we're there for. And people can feel it straight away.
Oh, it's the chase. Lisa was like that when she met me. When we first met, she just chased, you know what I mean? She didn't leave anything on the table.
I heard a rumor it was the other way around.
Don't believe the hysteria.
So guys, that's what you've got to look after. A bit of business advice to people getting into business. That's the attitude you've got to carry, and it will always serve you really, really well in life. To do that. But certainly for people that are buying, selling, renting, when you're selecting your agent, that's the agent that you want on your side. The one that's just not stale. They're just snappy, jumping on stuff all the time.
They're committed to the cause, guys. For those of you that's tuned in that weren't here at the beginning, Mark is at his daughter's birthday brunch breakfast. Exactly, showing a true example of what we're talking about today. So thank you, Mark. We won't hold up your time longer.
It's true, eh? It's true, isn't it? He's going to just said, "Oh, can't do it today," but you commit and you go.
No, that's awesome. It, guys. Hopefully you got some useful nuggets from it. Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Legend. Have a great day, everyone. See ya.
You too.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.